look at two versions here, our quarterback draw and our quarterback wedge. So our quarterback draw is exactly what you think. It's a standard lead draw play. All right. So our basic rules here, and you'll see when we see the film, you'll see it good, is we're basically in big on big protection. Any linemen who do not have a D lineman to block, they're going to work to their left. And the back is always going to work to his right. So if you're talking about a basic, 4-2 box here, either the center or guard, whichever one ends up not with the nose, he's going to try to track the backer to the left. As our A-back comes up, pass sets for 1001, and then he leaks, and he's going to try to track the backer to his right. Obviously, if we're doing it right, we get those guys off into their pass drops, and then we got to track them in open space, right? All we're trying to do on a good quarterback draw here is break level one and then turn it into a punt return for our dynamic quarterbacks. All right. That's what we're trying to do. All of our wide receivers here, they're going to do one of two things, right? They're going to take off on their vertical route. If their guy bails and they never get on his toes, if you will, then they're going to turn into stock blockers. If they're getting some kind of man coverage, especially some type of press, then they're obviously going to run vertical and try to get those guys to go and run with them. All right. And then our wedge play, which we'll show you here, and I'll kind of get into some of the things that we've done over the years with this when we get into the film. But we are, our version of the tush push. If you guys know in high school, right, we can't actually aid the runner, we can't push. So we kind of come at it from a shotgun perspective, and we'll show you how we all push each other's bodies, just not the ball carrier in those short yardage situations. All right, so let's take a look at these lead draws first, all right? So let's look at it from behind. All right, we've got a 5-man front here. We got a 5-1 box, all right, in our 2nd and 7 situation here. So all 5 linemen have a down man, so they're big on big. The running back's going to come up, check, and then he's going to track the one linebacker that's still left in the box. These offensive linemen, they're trying to work out and up. That's their goal. Work these guys out and up and create a lane underneath for the quarterback to go through. So we set, we try to work them out and up. You can see the C starting to part. Our running back's about to take off. He's about to track this linebacker. He's opened up to his pass drop, but we still want to track him all the way through. And away we go. Boom, track the linebacker, got us one more block. Try to turn it into an even bigger explosive play for us. All right, so again, 1001, 1000, and we're off. All right, watch the side from both. This one we screw up, and I'll show you from the inside here a little bit. Again, we do a good job of drawing them upfield. Obviously, quarterback makes a play. But again, we didn't follow our own rules, so this is where we get screwed up here, and you'll see it, right? Remember, the linemen who don't have a guy are supposed to work left. Running back is supposed to work right. So you watch what happens here, right? When our guard releases, here's our guard who ends up without a down lineman. He does this what he's supposed to do. He starts to work left, right? Our running back here, 44, he should be working right. But he works left too, like a knucklehead, leaving 18 there unblocked. Now, luckily for us, like we said, quarterbacks that we have, athletic human beings, so he makes a miss anyway. But 44 does not do his job there. He's supposed to work right. And if he does, we probably have even a bigger play than we got. All right. Now, here's an example, as you'll see when we show you from behind, where we do it correctly. All right. So we drop and we release. All right, so 65 is our lineman releasing. 30 is our back that's releasing. He works left like he's supposed to. He works right like he's supposed to. And again, there he is on the left, getting us the block that we need. All right. Different personnel set, same thing. We got a tight end in here, same thing. He's a skill position guy, right? So he's going to release vertical. turn into a stalk blocker or get a guy running with him, whichever one happens. All right. Quarterback setting, back stepping up. And again, there we go, release. Lineman released left. Running back should be releasing right. And again, big play. Big Nose tried to play draw, but he's not quite fast enough. You'll see it open up here. Try to get those guys rushing up, and then we come back underneath all of it. Got one more look at it here. It's a simple play, but over the years, it's one of our most effective plays, probably our biggest yards per play that we run. Because when you hit it right, it just turns into a punt return. It's a very, very effective one for us. See here, they only rush 3 when you look at this run from behind. So we end up with multiple linemen releasing. That's okay. We've got 3 guys and 2 linemen in the back, all downfield looking for work. But we'll take it, right? More blockers we can get, the better for sure. And again, the linemen are just following their big on big protection rules, which for us is a 600 call. All right, I think you get. All right, so let's talk wedge for a minute, okay? So over the years, in those quarterback sneak type situations, we were having some trouble. Unlike we talked about, unlike the NFL, we can't push the quarterback. So when we are under center, a lot of times in those situations, again, you kind of know what downs a sneak is coming on this 3rd and really short or 4th and really short plays. We were having some trouble with the quarterback sneak because we couldn't create the momentum when that defense was some reading and knowing they were coming. So we switched to this version a couple years ago. We're going to run our quarterback wedge out of the shotgun. Since we can't push the ball carrier, we're using that momentum of him being able to run to the line of scrimmage as the quote unquote push that we need. We take all the offensive linemen, they're all coming down as hard as they can, and they're really trying to concentrate blocking into their buddy's hip. Instead of worrying about defenders as much, they're trying to block into the hip of their buddy to their inside, creating the wedge. We're using the skill guys to help push the pile, including the side car back there next to the quarterback, and we're trying to just get them off going. A lot of times we'll do this with a quick count. And so we're going on first sound. A lot of times we can catch the defensive line before they're set, right? And we catch a little momentum that way, all right? So we got a bunch of versions of it, or a bunch of clips of it here you'll see. So you can see here, you can look at the sticks. It's 3rd and 1 around midfield. We quick count it. We wedge it in. First down, right? Take a look at it from behind, same thing. Again, everybody's coming down into their buddy, pushing that pile as hard as we can. Typically, we only need a yard or less. So we're doing everything we can to pick that up. Again, 3rd and short, midfield. You can see they're still trying to get their personnel on the field. We quick count it. And you see the kind of push that we get there. Easy first down for the offense. Again, especially when you snap it when they're not even set. And again, we're a no huddle team. I don't think I've said that over the course of 3 hours. So us getting on the ball fast isn't really a problem for us, and especially if we're going to quick count them like that. Good situation. Now, sometimes it even works out even better. So same situation here. This particular game, we're in the 4th quarter. We got a lead. This was only a 2nd down, but we just wanted to pick up the first down and keep grinding the clock. But you can see here, they're not ready for the wedge. Quarterback comes into the pile, and then he spins out of it and takes it all the way to the house for an icing touchdown right there, right? So we'll back that up again. So again, we're just trying to get the 2 yards and keep that clock grinding. We're certainly not going to pass up the touchdown when we get it. Put the thing out of reach.